Hello guys, welcome back today. Just not a discussion. We brought someone really interesting who have transformed the security relations in India and has brought immense amount of interest of people to the great global level learnings. With me today is someone very interesting. We kept on needing him, a very close friend of ours, Chris, with us today. And today we are not just going to talk about something really traditional. We talk about security and CISA and all. We're going to talk about something new that we buzz around everywhere. It's about AI, artificial intelligence. But because something interesting is going to come from the kitchen of ISACA relating to the power of AI. Okay, I hope you guys will be excited today. Let me introduce you with Chris today. Chris, welcome you in India. Welcome to our office and in the studio today. Just brief about something interesting of this visit to you in India.
Yeah, thank you, Anas. It's quite a time to be here in India, and I'll do my best to live up to those high expectations that you've established for me.
Thank you so much, Chris. Welcoming you with us is very interesting and pleasure to have you here. Let's just start with some very interesting thing about these days. We're talking about a lot about AIs these days. I hope you must be using AI these days. We all are using AI, I think, every day-to-day task. Why is it much important to look in the direction of AI when it comes of security as well?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a question that's on the minds of many different people, corporations, governments, and individuals who are looking to get ready for their careers and be prepared for what comes next. AI is transforming how we all interact with our jobs and with each other. Right? There are so many different applications, and yet many of those applications are not fully understood.
Okay.
For example, I've seen quite a few businesses that are using AI like another coworker. They're training it, they're teaching it, they're giving it information. Well, that information is extremely valuable. And that AI may do something with that information that you may not intend, or it even could be stolen.
True.
Right? And this is what we're finding here is that to create something that is so valuable as an organization, but to not be able to understand it, protect it, or audit it, is it creating a new vulnerability for yourself.
Oh, sounds interesting.
Thank you. Well, we've really reacted to this because you need to be able to audit it. If you are to be able to use such a powerful tool, you need to be able to perform an evaluation. And that's really where ISACA has worked hard with our over 180,000 members across the globe and many different governments, including the government of India, in order to establish something that will be effective for all types of AI audit and evaluation.
Sounds interesting. I think very big is going to come in the field of AI from the house of ISACA. And we're going to see. When you're talking about these implementation, I heard about that there are 2 new freshly cooked dishes have been made in the house of ISACA. And we would love to know about that because I am very much excited and everybody's excited to know about it. Let me talk about this. One is advanced in AI audit and the other one is advanced in AI security management. So let's just talk about this audit part first and then we'll move to the security management part later down the line. So let's just brief about us. What are the new ingredients you have added up in these type of technologies or courses?
Great. Well, you mentioned of freshly cooked dishes. Yeah. You're making me hungry because I always love the food in India so much. Right? And in Delhi in particular, I tend to overeat a little bit because there's so much great food here. Right?
Yeah.
But to these 2 metaphorical fresh dishes, as you say, right? So AAIA. So this is the certification for people who have the CPA, CIA, or CISA, who are looking to advance into this AI realm. And so for those folks who are looking to future-proof their careers, they need to be capable of meeting the demands that we see from the current environment. Right? And so AAIA was built specifically for those folks who are looking to be elite in that AI function. Those who are looking to be the leaders, those organizations who have the highest value in their AI investments. And so we're very confident AAIA, we've seen overwhelming global demand for this already. And so we look forward to sharing something with the world that will advance IT skills for everyone.
Right.
AAISM, right, builds upon those folks who already have the CISSP or the CISM. right? And so for those folks who have the technical skills, for those folks who have managerial skills, and now they want to be able to build, design, and maintain systems that include AI.
Okay.
For them to be able to do that, they're going to need to be able to do it securely. And that's what AAISM is. Just like AAIA, both of these products are agnostic to where you are in the globe, agnostic to which systems you use. They're universal among all these different types of products and to the types of regulations that are faced by everyone out there. And so we've seen such wonderful demand for these things, and we really believe that this is going to make a positive impact in the world.
Sounds interesting. I think there have been a lot of participants who are very serious in a few domains of ISACA, like you mentioned about CISA, as you mentioned about CISM, you mentioned about CSSP. So these participants or these people are really going to have something approved, really created something in the right way from ISACA, which they can add up in their profile to be more AI driven in terms of same rule and regulations they are handling.
Thank you. That's the intent.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, but just a quick thing to understand. You mentioned about this security leadership's positions get benefited by AAISM and the system. So how is this certification strengthen my current profile? Like I'm CFP certified. If I'm going for AAISM, how much is going to be strengthen my current position or current work ethics, or you can say where I'm working right now, or whatever position I'm handling this time, how much this certification or this course going to be make me more strengthened if it's respect to somebody who's similar to other basic AI learning? Because these days, you know, about every second person is talking about AI, every third person is sharing about AI. So coming something from ISACA's house is like more accredited and more valued. So how it gonna lift me personally if I'm in that field?
Great. Excellent question. And the fact is, this is not basic.
Okay.
Right? When you look at the certifications that are required in order to get this new certification, and even that first word of advanced, right? This is for those who want to be the elite in the field of AI. And that should include just about everybody who wants to either accomplish great things for the corporation that they work for, or wants to be very well compensated. That's what this is all about, is making sure that these people have the skills that they require to reach the upper echelons and are ready for what happens next. The evolution in AI has been so rapid. And in our opinion, that's why, as we talked about a little bit, there's no government regulations yet on AI that are very solid. There are no certifications on AI that are clearly established as the gold standard. And the reason why is because AI moves so fast.
True.
The things that we produce here at ISACA are future-proofed because they're not about this particular moment in AI. They're about how is AI used? How can you use AI? How can you perform audit? How can you perform assurance and security and represent governance for your organization using AI? That's what gives this product the longevity that we're confident we can transfer to our members and our upcoming certification holders.
Sounds really interesting the way you mentioned about, I think it contains everything that one needs when he's planning to do something regarding in the field of AI. And these two certifications really play a key important. When we're talking about certifications, back in time when we talked last time, you mentioned about some privacy, because why I'm talking about this, as far as I know, there is DPDP Act and it has so much buzz about privacy. We talk about the GDPR out there. So what's coming from the house of ISACA in terms of privacy we talk about for India or subcontinent market or something like that for somebody who's looking in this field as well?
Yeah, great. So in the field of privacy, we created a product back in 2021 called CDPSE, or we call it CDPSE for short, which is around certification in privacy systems engineer. This has always been a pretty unique certification built for those who are hands-on in designing privacy systems. And so for CDPSE, what has continued to make that unique is that first, It went through a refresh this year as topics have continued to change, right? And then we've also seen things like, for example, here in India, the DPDP bill or GDPR being something that we hear about frequently. And there are many regulations across the globe that are all around privacy, right? And so 𝐍𝐞𝐰 allows someone to be able to address any type of privacy regulation that they're facing, as well as to prepare them in something that is different than what's out there in the market.
Okay.
Many certifications are focused on regulatory and compliance components, and those are very important.
All right.
𝐍𝐞𝐰 is different because it is around the system design built for the operations and the engineering team that will also be able to respond with those regulatory requirements.
I think this is very brief to somebody who's looking in the power of privacy. Just one thing I want to know. Let's be very practical. We listen a lot about this jobs and the markets are getting a little bit shaked up because of this AI implementation and the rise in AI.
Yes.
And we, as an ISACA members, came up with 2 certifications that you mentioned just now. How do you see these certifications give me an edge, sustain myself in the job ready market, not getting any disruptions because of AI leveraging somebody?
It's a great question.
Yep.
And there's so many people that are concerned about how AI is going to affect their job. If you don't know it, how can you prepare yourself for it? Right?
So true.
And we use the word future-proof, right? Nothing is fully super-proof, or excuse me, future-proof is what I want to say.
Right.
But what we're seeing is that when people are getting the skills to react to the marketplace, that is the way that you can protect your income, protect your capability of your organization, protect your job. So we see a huge amount of demand for that. And we've seen this pent-up craving for solutions in AI. There's almost nothing that you can get out there that doesn't have AI touching it today. Right. I was actually in Japan a few weeks ago, and they gave me a sake that had been designed with AI that was intended to create the best possible flavor profile. Right? There's just nothing that can be obtained that doesn't have AI in it today. And if you're not ready for it, you can't possibly protect yourself against it.
Sounds interesting. So I can proudly say that AAISM, or it's AAIA, is an armor gonna save you from any type of infusions coming in the file of your privacy or your management or security management or audit without having not an expertise of AI. So if you're gonna go with these certifications, you feel yourself being more positive and more confident about dealing all such things which is coming via the window of AI.
Yep. The idea is that once you've completed this, you will have that AI expertise in order to seek out and obtain or perform at a great job.
Okay, got it. Just one thing, just a quick question. Now there's a confusion coming in my mind. I'm CISA certified, okay, and I'm CISC certified as well. So I have 2 certifications. Back in when we're talking about that, 2 certifications have different certifications required in the field of AI. Somebody is CISA certified can go for AAIA, and somebody is CISSP certified can go for AAISM. If I'm both certified, can I go for both certification? Is it needed or not?
You absolutely can go for both certifications. And from our perspective, it's all a question of what is your passion.
Oh, okay.
Right. We get I personally am asked probably about 5,000 times a year, which certification should I get next, right? And I always suggest follow your heart, follow what interests you, right? If you have both of those certifications, you're a highly professional, highly capable individual who can deliver on many different needs in the future job markets, right? And so then you'll react to, do I want to pursue an audit career, right? Do I want to continue being a leader in the audit field? Well, AI is going to be giving you that capability. If you're more focused in cyber, if you're more focused in security, then AAISM is going to be the right fit for you. But we certainly have tens of thousands of people around the globe that have both CISA and CISM and hundreds of thousands of people around the globe that have ISACA certifications in addition to other certifications. And it's all about what's going to be the right mix for the job that you want to perform, that you feel in your heart.
Oh, sounds interesting. It's more about passion. If your passion drives you, pick the certification which takes you ahead in the same field. Let's talk about very simple. Let's somebody is listening very new, fresh to these things. If someone is listening who want to lead in this space, what one advice would you love to give to that person, keeping in mind about the revolution of AI and how he should plan his next moves?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
From my perspective, we see such a massive job market demand for cyber and security and audit and AI. And companies are continuing to evolve their concept of governance. And this is becoming more and more important as companies are getting more mature.
Right.
So with all these jobs that are out there that could be performed, my piece of advice, and I'm sorry to be a little bit repetitive to the last statement, but follow your heart. Right? We all have opportunities where we'll say, okay, this is the job that is demanded, right? But as we learn about what those jobs are, I guarantee you to every person listening right now that they can find something that is highly in demand that will react with their interests. Whether your passion is about designing systems, or your passion is about beating the bad guys, or your passion is about understanding what are zero-day threats and how to address them, whether it's incident response, and we could go on with many, many different types of jobs that are highly reactive to this type of content. But when you follow your heart, then you will be successful, right? If you're not following your heart, you may be able to fake it for a little while, but when you have found the thing that is right for you, and we can help you do that. One of the most important things about ISACA is the membership community. We're a nonprofit membership with 180,000 members across the globe. And so as people are looking to find out what's best for me, the best way to do that is to talk to people in the industry, network, go to a safe place where you can ask real questions about what are the opportunities for you so you can determine what your next course of action should be.
Sounds really interesting and very true. The way you mentioned about that follow your heart, I think these days if your heart following anything, let him a layer of a little bit AI as well, because that's a new ingredient top on the cherry of the cake. That's really doing great.
I'm sure that there is an AI tool that will help you to figure out how to follow your heart better. Right?
So true about that. I think we're very close to sum up our discussion, but just wanted to know, we have heard about it back in time, something new is ISACA is also planning in terms of security as well. We're talking about, I think, related to SOC, you mentioned about that. So just give a layer of that as well, because let's let know audience about these things also, despite of being, we more majorly these days see about AI, but this is something new we would love to know from you.
Yeah, thank you. Great. I would love to talk about this because we are so proud of our newest product, right? Soon, AI and AISM will be the newest products as they have now launched at the time of this recording, right? But in January, we came out with the CCOA, or Certified in Cybersecurity Operations Analyst. And so this is a huge new development for us, right? Because we're reacting to major demand for the analyst role. That cybersecurity and that operations and that analyst, the Venn diagram of those three circles coming together is really what we've targeted and made something fantastic. It's responding to that job demand, and it has hands-on labs so that people can obtain specific skills as they are preparing for some of the higher level or more experienced level things that we've talked about here today. They've gotten the basics covered. Maybe they've gotten something like the SEC Plus from CompTIA, great certification. And now they're looking to what is the next step for me. CCOA is a great solution as they then move along in their careers to something like in the future, the CISM or CISSP, something that has more leadership capability. The CCOA is the bridge that can help those folks get to where they want to be next.
Oh, sounds interesting. Any specific audience would you love to recommend about these courses?
Yep. I would recommend that to folks that are maybe 1 to 2 years into their cybersecurity career.
Okay.
They've already been able to achieve the job, or people who are close to the job and looking to be able to demonstrate their skills. Because there are hands-on labs, this is where a place that you can actually show that you've got the technical capability that is extremely relevant in this moment.
Sounds really interesting. Chris, it was, I think we bought Chris for a very short period of time, and he brought bundles of information in that short period of time, and we're very pleased to have you. I think we have covered almost specific part which was really required to talk to our audience. If anything you want to share from your own to all our viewers and our learners, it's over to you, and then we can sum up this discussion.
Thank you. And so for me, I would say most of all, if you can find the things that you would like to do in this life, here at ISACA, we are working hard across the globe to figure out how we can help you to maintain your job, advance your job, get the skills that you want in order to achieve those things. And through our partnership with InfosecTrain, which is now almost 4 years long, we're very proud to have very strong partners represented by yourselves. And you guys have done a great job going out to the market and showing people how they can achieve what they want to accomplish. And so we're proud to be your partners, and thank you for having me here today.
Thank you so much, Chris. Together, we're going to make 2025 a bigger success for both of us with this AI integration and coming up the new things. It was a pleasure having you, Chris, today. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone, for giving up your time to have a wonderful interaction with Chris today. Thank you.